Of an emergency, please leave the auditorium through the nearest door marked with a red exit sign. Our ushers and staff will be there to assist you. We really appreciate you being here and encourage you to tell everyone how much you enjoy downtown Elkhart. And of course, our beautiful Lerner Theater.
Oh, it sounds like you're ready to get the show started. So good evening and welcome to Oaklawn's Got Talent 2024. I'm Becky Zakowski, Executive Director of Oaklawn Foundation, and I am so pleased that all of you are with us tonight for this special evening. So yes, thank you for being here. So Oaklawn is a special place. We are our area's largest mental health provider, seeing over 25,000 people each year for care. But not only do we care about people at Oaklawn, we care for them with compassion in a way that that honors the dignity of everyone. That's so important to what we do. And tonight we get a chance to highlight some of those services. So we're happy to share those with you, but that's not the only thing we get to highlight tonight. We're also here to share with you some incredibly talented acts from right here in our community. So right here from Elkhart and St. Joe County, and I hope you are prepared to be entertained. It is going to be wonderful. But before we go any further, I'd like to say a special thank you to our sponsors because they support Oaklawn and allow us to bring this event to the community. So we want to recognize our platinum sponsor, Goshen Health. And yes, thank you. And our silver sponsors, we have some silver sponsors with us tonight: Ancon Construction, Federated Media, Fifth Third Bank, and George and Patty Nickel. And we have some additional, yes, thank you. So we have additional sponsors that are on page 8 of your program, so I encourage you to check that out this evening because they are all organizations and individuals who really care about our community and help us make Oaklawn's Got Talent possible. So with that, I am going to turn it over to Oaklawn's President and CEO, Lori Nafziger.
Good evening. It is great to see so many partners and friends and staff here tonight. Thank you for coming to honor this important work. For those of you who know me, you may know that I'm not given to superlatives, but I can honestly say in my 36 years at Oaklawn, this is the most exciting time. Across the nation and at Oaklawn, we are embracing a new mindset that we will be more responsive, more flexible, and more available to meet people when and where they need us. This has required change that has stretched us and challenged us, but it's the right thing to do, and we're seeing positive changes in the lives of our clients who are reaching out for help and find it. So throughout the evening, we'll highlight some of these new programs in what we're calling short mission moments. And you'll hear about ways that we are responding, adapting, and expanding to meet the need. We've overhauled how someone starts treatment at Oaklawn through open access, walk-in hours where you can see a therapist the same day. We've launched 3 new mobile crisis response teams, including one that is dedicated exclusively to youth and families. 2 months ago, we opened a walk-in crisis center in South Bend, and we'll open one in Goshen, same thing, later this year. Our people are committed to finding the right response to seeking help. And collectively, we're finding this energizing and life-giving. It's hard work, but it's for all the right reasons. So we have a new motto at Oaklawn: start with yes. For as much as we can, whenever we can, we will start with yes. We're committed to being there when we're needed. I'm very proud of the work that we're accomplishing together and grateful for your support. Thank you again for being here tonight. And now I get to turn this over to our MC, Zach Miller from Froggy 102.7.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Lori. Good evening, everyone. We are so excited that we're back for the third annual Oaklawn's Got Talent. It's truly one-of-a-kind show that you'll experience a fun night of entertainment from some amazing local acts. But more importantly, we're here together to raise funds and awareness for mental health and substance use treatment, which is more important now than ever. We're very grateful to have so many caring and compassionate people in our community. So thank you for being here and supporting the life-changing work Oaklawn is doing in our community. While tonight's show is just getting started, for our finalists, Oaklawn's Got Talent has been a journey months in the making. And in October, our judges auditioned nearly 30 local acts. And after a very difficult deliberation, chose tonight's 4 finalists, who each bring something unique. And over the course of the evening, you'll learn more about each of them, experience their performances, and then you, our audience, determines who wins. In fact, all of our acts are going to be winners tonight. They're going to walk away with 4th place winning $1,000, 3rd place wins $2,000, 2nd place $3,000, and 1st place, sponsored by Goshen Health, will take home a grand prize of $5,000. It's awesome. So here's how it works. As you enter tonight, you receive the program with a unique voter ID number. Don't lose that program because you're going to need it later. After our performances, we'll break for intermission, and you'll have time to cast your vote. Now, the QR code and web link are printed in your program, and they'll be posted on the screen here on the stage. You'll go to that site, enter your voter ID as you cast your vote, and new this year, you're going to rank the contestants, 1st through 4th. Then each contestant is assigned a points valued based on your ranking, and the final place is determined by the total points. If you don't have a smartphone or if you need assistance, we will have helpers available throughout the auditorium who can help, and we'll give a 2-minute warning when the voting is about to close. And it won't take long to tabulate our votes and crown our winner. Thank you so much for being a part of Oaklawn's Got Talent. And now we've done our best to plan tonight's events to the final detail, but please remember that we're live and in person, and we appreciate your patience as we move between acts or make adjustments in real time. You're getting a full, true, one-of-a-kind Oaklawn's Got Talent experience, and we're grateful that you're a part of it. So without further ado, we'd like to share a short video featuring our first act, Quite Frankly.
We're Quite Frankly. Our band is inspired by singer-songwriter music, Americana, with a pop, modern feel. I write songs from the heart, songs about life, songs about loss, songs about love. You can't continue to grow musically if you can't grow as friends. I really believe that. Anytime there's a cog in the wheel of friendship, it affects the music.
Moments ago, Scotty mentioned that it's intimate, and I think that for the two of you that are kind of the core of this lovely voice blend, but it's intimate, especially when the friendships become spiritual and we depend on each other beyond this band.
The healing power of music is a real thing. Everybody's going to have ups and downs. Life is an awesome ride, but it does have its lulls and its peaks. But music, with these friends that I'm surrounded with, it means something to all of us, equally. And it is medicine. And it brings us together, and it brings us joy. And in some ways, even songs that are sad bring you joy, because it's a way to express that feeling instead of harboring it. Our audience can expect all hands on deck for the common goal of of a couple songs that come from the heart, and we'll all give it our all to present them.
You'll feel our enjoyment through the music, I believe.
So the band, quite frankly, formed in 2021, and the group features two front vocalists, Scott Verowick, who also plays guitar, and Anna Narragon. Rob Booker on bass, Kyle Polk on lead guitar, and Tony Leininger on drums round out this five-piece band. Scott and Anna have been singing together for 10 years, showcasing their harmonies through Scott's original music, which explores the joys and hardships of everyday life. Well, Scott's been writing music for almost 20 years, and he says his greatest reward is being able to find the perfect chord or melody to express a feeling. The group says that their music is as much about friendships formed as the music itself. Please join me in welcoming to the stage, Quite Frank Lee.
This first song is called Solstice Moon.
There's a look in your eye I ain't seen in some time. I've been waiting for you to send it my way. All the walls that you stand, you've been hiding the night. They're all crumbling, falling apart for me tonight. Taking you with me now. I'm gonna let you fly somehow. Whatever it takes, you wait and see. 'Cause all that you'll ever need is right here beside you tonight with me. So baby, hold on. Time won't let go. You're not alone anymore. Little dress that I wear out there on the light, it won't do us no good until I'm standing inside. And the music you feel in your heart is all the more reason why. Dancing under the solstice moon will leave your worries behind. I'm taking you with me now. I'm gonna let you fly somehow. Whatever it takes,
Thank you.
Thank you. This next one's called Over You.
Tell me how we got so far away from never wanting nothing more to I don't even know you anymore. And where was I when giving up on you came along and changed your mind? Even after all this time, and I can't ask you now for another chance to show you how forever will be without you with me, leaving me for someone new won't get me over. You should know you will always be anywhere that I end up won't be enough without you there for me to hold, get me through the hardest day. Why'd you have to go away? And I can't ask you now for another chance to show you how forever will be without you with me, and leaving me for someone new won't get me over. Tell me how we got so far away from never wanting nothing more to I don't even know you anymore. And I can't ask you now for another chance to show you how forever will be without you with me, and leaving me for someone new won't get me over you.
I am here. Oh, well, thanks to Quite Frankly for getting us started. Weren't they wonderful? So, yes. And with me now is someone else who's wonderful, Kelly Lichty, our Vice President of Access and Crisis Services at Oaklawn. So she's going to... So about 2 years ago, Oaklawn underwent a radical transformation under Kelly's leadership where we switched to a model called open access. And with this model, this means when people are ready to seek care, they can walk right into Oaklawn and get an assessment on that day. So tell us, Kelly, what type of difference what are we seeing with open access?
It's completely different under this new model. It's been a significant transformation, like you said. We've actually seen a 55% increase in the number of individuals being seen for an assessment, which is truly remarkable and I think life-saving. To be able to meet someone on that day is amazing. It's powerful. We know that when someone reaches out, that often is after months and years of struggling with something. So to be able to meet them that day, say, come in, let's join together and figure this out is amazing.
And what are we hearing from clients? How do they respond?
Yeah, we actually have a survey that we go through with clients after they leave so we can track our progress, hear that feedback, and make changes as we need. I actually brought a couple of the quotes with me to share. So one person wrote, "I'm really thankful I was able to come in. The wait wasn't that long despite it being quite busy, and I was at peace when I left, feeling heard." And another, "I have never felt so respected and heard. Thank you to everyone who interacted with me that day. You all changed my heart a bit."
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing those, Kelly. And I want to talk to you a minute. You've been with Oaklawn for a while, and again, led us through some huge changes. And so I want to know, what sustains you? How are you able to continue to do this work?
Yeah, the idea of hope has always been really important for me, that things get better, that there's a brighter tomorrow. I think that has helped me through some hard times in my life, and that truly sustains me in the work that we do here. With clients coming in for open access, sometimes we carry that hope for them when they come in. Maybe it's a really dark day, but for us to be able to listen to them in that moment, join with them, we can carry that hope until they can see it. And I think of our crisis teams and the work that they're doing out in the community. They are often meeting with people on their worst day, and so to be able to respond with a caring, supportive presence and offer that hope and carry that is powerful. I really believe in the work that we do, and I'm honored to be able to be a part of it.
Well, we are really glad that you are part of it, so thank you so much for all that you do for Oaklawn. Really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
So,
Thank you.
Okay, so now we are ready to introduce you to our next finalist, Olivia Cryer.
All right, for our next act, Olivia Cryer started dancing at Legacy Dance Studio in Mishawaka in the 3rd grade. She has been in gymnastics before, but wanted to try something.
We're going to start with our video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. That's fine.
Hi, I'm Olivia Cryer, and I'm a dancer. I like dance because you can you can tell stories without talking. You can tell stories through movement. I remember I was watching YouTube when I was a couple years before 3rd grade, and I wanted to try it out. And I went to the studio to try hip hop because those were the videos I was watching. And I ended up hating hip hop, I did not like it whatsoever. And so after that, I tried Palms, and then after that year, I just kind of started doing everything. And then what inspires me is a lot of dancers I see at competitions. I like to watch, the seniors and stuff, and some of the girls here too that are seniors. I like to watch them dance too. So I hope that I can get into some type of college for dance. I watch a lot of videos around on the internet of Ohio State and all of those colleges, and their dance teams are really good, but they're really hard to get onto. The songs I chose were I Ran and Never Enough. I chose I Ran because I think a lot of people can relate to it, because it's something's coming to you and you're trying to run away from it, but it keeps pulling you back. And just really any addictions to anything, a lot of people can relate to that. And then I chose Never Enough because sometimes you might feel like you're not enough, but just keep going, it'll always get better. Audience can expect kind of, I feel like it'll be a little bit of a surprise because I ran is not really my personality, but it's the type of dance I like to do. So a lot of people don't really expect that I would like to do that kind of dance, but.
All right. We're live. That's what we get to experience. So we're so excited to introduce the second act. Olivia Cryer, she started dancing at Legacy Dance Studio in Mishawaka in the 3rd grade. Now she's been in gymnastics before, but wanted to try something after watching a hip hop video on YouTube. She soon discovered the dance styles that she loves include hip hop, modern jazz, classical, and lyrical. Now she is in the 6th grade. She is in her 4th year as a dancer and 3rd year performing competitively on the Legacy Dance Company. She dances 8 to 10 hours per week, sometimes more, and travels to major cities across the Midwest to participate in dance conventions and competitions. At only 12 years old, Olivia is the youngest contestant to perform at Oaklawn's Got Talent. Please give it up for Olivia Cryer.
Just ran, I ran all night and day. I walked along the avenue. I never thought I'd meet someone like you. Meet someone like you. Reached out a hand to touch your face. You're slowly disappearing from my view, from my view. Couldn't get away, I couldn't get away, I couldn't get away. I couldn't get away.
Okay, so Olivia will be back with us later in the show, but right now I'm happy to introduce you to Ricky Monsier, our Director of Crisis Services at Oaklawn.
Thank you, Becky.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Okay, so we talk about crisis services. We have a lot going on. So let me just say, in the last year, we've begun mobile response in Elkhart County for adults, youth mobile response in Elkhart and St. Joe County, and then also, Ricky, something that you are a big part of, or are a big part of, is the opening of our first walk-in crisis center, which opened in South Bend at the beginning of March, and we're opening one in Goshen within just a couple of months. So that is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us what that means for the community.
Yeah, it's really exciting. It has been a lot, but it's really exciting, and it's a needed service. And all of these, different parts that Becky talked about fill out a broader crisis continuum of care to support individuals who are experiencing that mental health or substance use related crisis. So that crisis continuum of care is built on 3 pillars. Someone to call, which is mostly facilitated by crisis hotlines. 988, which is the National Suicide Crisis Hotline, our crisis hotline at Oaklawn. And during those calls, the person in crisis can be met with a trained professional to help resolve that event on the phone. And most of the time we can, just by that supportive conversation and linkage to resources in the community. However, there's times when that person really needs someone with them, wherever they are. And that's when our second pillar comes in, someone to respond. And those are our mobile crisis teams. So they can go meet the person where they're at in the community, whether that be at home, maybe their place of work, maybe a public library or a public park, or assisting law enforcement or first responders to help someone figure out what maybe the best next steps are. So most of the time, our mobile crisis teams can resolve that crisis event in the field, wherever they're at in the community. However, there might be times when we need our third pillar, which is a safe place to be, and those are our crisis centers. These are walk-in voluntary locations where someone can go, be in a safe environment, meet with a variety of supportive staff from a multidisciplinary approach, and help them get connected to, again, those necessary resources, treatment, whatever that might look like to help navigate that recovery process and increase their path of wellness whenever they are ready.
Right, so that being ready, and my understanding is a lot of the people who have come to the crisis center, they are there, they choose to walk in. And so tell us a little bit about why them being ready is an important part.
Yeah, change is hard. I think change for any of us, if we're trying to maybe make a change in our life, whether that's maybe getting better sleep or taking better care of our physical health, change is hard. And so that's the same for mental health or substance use related issues. And so we want to be able to connect that person through a variety of different ways whenever they are ready and work to get them into care. And we know that oftentimes these crisis events are seen as bad. There's often pain and turmoil and struggle and loss. But when handled with care, with trained professionals, and when handled appropriately, we can use that crisis event as a catalyst into those longer-term pathways for health and wellness and recovery.
Okay, so let's talk about you for a minute. So you've done a lot of different things for Oaklawn, and your job is very, very interesting, kind of demanding. What sustains you?
Yeah, I've been very fortunate to work in a variety of roles since I started at Oaklawn. But for me, really, it's this is my home community. I'm from here. I grew up here, and this community has supported me at during some challenging times, and has supported my family during some challenging times. So to be able to be part of an organization that serves the community and really works with somebody during that moment of vulnerability and helps them get on that path of wellness is really an honor, and it's a privilege to serve the community.
Okay, well, we appreciate you, Ricky. Thank you
Becky.
so much for all you do for our community as part of Oaklawn. Okay, and now I hope you're ready to laugh, because we have a treat for you. You get to meet our improv comedy group, Heart Health.
My name is Dave. I'm from down in Champaign-Urbana.
My name is Carlos Rivera. I am from Chicago now. I'm originally from Miami, Florida.
I'm Julie, and I'm originally from Phoenix, Arizona, and I currently live in Elkhart, Indiana. For me, improv is life. I love the principles of improv, yes, and how do I make my scene partners look amazing? How do I get people's backs? And to me, it's such a loving way to go through life, to be in complete acceptance of the present moment.
Because you're building a story with one or more people on the spot, and the inconsistencies in those stories is where you can find the humor. It's fun. It's like playing make-believe, but you're grown up. I imagine it's kind of like being a professional sports person, but without having to work out, so that even makes it better.
Everyone just brings themselves to it, and then as a group of people, you come up with sort of democratically the voice of that particular experience.
Mental health is such a big issue in our country right now, and it's like if we dealt with that, then so many other things would probably be better.
one of the things I love about improv is we can talk about it and play with these ideas that people struggle with internally and are probably hurting themselves with privately.
What we do for the audience, I guess what they can expect is a unique show, the opening and closing of a small one-act musical just for them. Not even one, just a couple of scenelets just for them, made custom for them based on their suggestion, and it'll never happen anywhere else. It'll just happen there. From 3 people who are just thick in musical improv and who do it and who love it, and we're going to give that love. We're gonna put that love out on the stage and have them just bask in it. Just bask in the love of song.
So Heart Health is a musical group that came together specifically for Oaklawn's Got Talent. The group comprises of Chicago improvisers Dave Asher and Carlos Rivera, and Elkhart's own Julie Cotton. Together, the group brings decades of professional performing experience that has taken them all over the country, including to some of the most influential spaces of comedy. The 3 are passionate about bringing joy to the audience, and Julie especially is passionate about using principles of improv to help others gain a deeper understanding of themselves and build strong relationships. Get ready for a one-of-a-kind show brought to you by Julie, Carlos, and Dave, the members of Heart Health.
Hello, everybody. How are ya? All right. If you have never seen musical improv before in your life, let's hear from you. Yeah, okay, great. So from one of you guys, let's get a suggestion of something that stresses you out. Kids, love it. We got
Kids are
kids.
work,
Stress
am I
us
right?
out. Okay, we're gonna make some stuff up for you now. Great.
All right.
Here we go.
Janine, it's your turn to pick up Sammy.
Mitchell, I don't know that I can face that line again. All of those parents picking up those kids, they're so cruel.
The line, the dreaded school car line,
Don't make
the
me
dreaded
do it.
pickup
Don't make me do it, Mitchell, please. I love our kids and I want to keep loving them. But that line and line, it is vicious. Those women, those men, conniving, evil, hard to love.
Okay, I'll go with you this
Mitchell,
time
that's
while we
all I want.
face the line.
Let's face the line.
Seatbelts for safety. Let's face that line.
Face that line. Here we come. Let's go, Cleveland Elementary.
Slow to 15. Okay, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars ahead of us.
That's
Then
not the 4 in the loop there too, Mitchell.
I always forget the dang loop. Wait, there's Sammy.
We're just waiting in the line, Mitchell. In the line, in the line, in the line, Mitchell. Maybe Sammy could come here and we wouldn't have to wait. We could get out before the stop sign. Sammy, get over here.
He's talking to his friends. No! Now we're stuck in the line.
Line in the line. Deep breath, Mitchell.
Honey, we could leave him. What are you building, Matilda? What are you building?
I am
Is it
building.
castle? It's a castle?
It is a very sophisticated engineering castle.
Oh, there's a lot of words before castle. But I heard castle. Can I help you with your castle?
Yes, you can. Come on in, Bobby.
Okay. Okay, what do you need me to do? Can I make your castle a sunroof? I've always wanted a
Yes.
castle with a sunroof so I can look at the sun in my castle.
You're so smart. I thought I had thought of everything in this engineering castle but you. Sunroof?
You know, I think of those things that people sometimes don't think of.
You're so smart. If Bobby only knew that I've had a crush on him for 2 months. That's practically most of my life, 'cause I'm in 3rd grade now, and that's a long, long time. Bobby, if you only knew that I really love you, then you would know we're building this sunroof in a castle just for me and you.
If Matilda only knew that I love castles. I love castles. Oh no, I told you.
You love castles?
I love castles, and you're the best castle builder in the school.
Thanks, Bobby.
Hey, would you like to, I don't know.
Yes,
You didn't even let me say it.
whatever it is, yes.
Would you like to, build castles at my house and my
Oh,
playground?
Bobby, if you only knew
Where'd you go?
this castle for me and you.
You go in the castle? Matilda!
Bobby, build this castle with me for you and me and you and me.
Yeah, we're gonna build castles together.
You and me.
Okay.
Look, I'm sorry, Mom. I know I'm a little bit late, but it was prom.
A little bit late. It is 1 a.m. in the morning.
You didn't.
1 a.m. in the morning. When did I say curfew was? When did I say curfew was?
10:15.
10:15. I gave you a bonus 15. And what did you do? You stretched it out and abused my power.
Mom, I don't know if you were ever a little girl like me.
I never was. I was born this way.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I only give you these rules for your own good. Oh, Janine, you don't know what dangers are out there.
I don't.
The world can be a very dangerous place
You don't say.
if you're not too careful.
Oh, no, I wasn't careful last night at all.
What?
Oh, I mean, I...
What does that mean?
Well, Mom,
Please be specific.
I danced and danced and danced for hours. I did all the moves I'm not supposed to do. And I might have torn a thing or two.
What?
I mean, what? I was dancing, Mom. I was dancing like it was the last night of my life. You would have danced that way if ever you were a girl. But you said you were born this way, so I guess you missed out on dancing too.
I may have exaggerated just a little bit.
Mom!
In my day, maybe I and your grandmother had our own little tiffs.
No way!
I would love to dance too. I danced the night away.
I knew you'd understand when you'd see it my way. Mom, let's dance again.
We'll dance again.
That's what prom's about after all. Let's just dance again.
We'll dance again.
Oh, Mom, you're so beautiful when you dance.
And when you're done being grounded for a month, we'll go out and dance. Dance.
We're really excited to see you here.
I'm excited to be here.
Welcome to Indiana University.
Yes, yes, yes. Good school, good school. Great students.
Some of the
Hello,
best.
hello, hello.
So
hello.
I
Troublemakers.
Yeah.
I'll catch you if you're sleeping. That's okay, you can sleep.
Oh, well, so are you going to address the student class since you've just been elected president?
Oh.
Please.
Yeah. So, this was totally not a joke. I totally thought I was going to win, and I completely have a speech prepared for the student body. But if there's anything you want to say, Dean, please, by all means.
Well, I just want to congratulate you. You all have picked a winner for this 2025 year, and here he is now deliver the speech that you prepared.
Right now, you want me
is
to
when I want
say
you
it
to
right now. Well, there's a speech that will be made right here and now. I, of course, know the words of the speech I'm about to say. And this speech will motivate you to be the best and do what you do. Every word you'll remember and hang on it from this day. Oh, once I say this speech, once I tell this speech,
I pray you
I
trippingly off the tongue.
have this speech ready to go, but that guy is on his phone, so I'll wait.
Oh no, that's so rude. Get off your phone, please. Come on.
No, if it's important, call. Just finish
You're
it.
the most important call right now. Turn it off.
Okay, are you ready for that speech of mine?
They're ready.
'Cause I'm being told right now that it's speech telling time, and I got a speech.
It's time to speak. It's time.
The best speech
now is the
you'll
time
ever
to speak the speech.
hear.
I pray you.
Here it goes. Indiana University football rules. Stay in school.
Thank you for that's brilliant. Yes,
you.
big win.
Thank you.
Well, thank you all for having us so much. We are Hard Help.
Give it up to Dave.
Dave Asher on keys, ladies and gentlemen.
Have a good night,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Okay, let's give it up for Heart Health again. Good job. And now I'm pleased to have with me on stage J.E. Mice, who is a therapist at Oaklawn, but also team leader. So not only does J.E. provide groups, he also supervises many people who, many therapists who provide groups to adults at our Goshen campus, right?
Yeah.
And one thing, too, that Oaklawn has done recently to be able to respond to clients and be able to see more people is switch to a group-first model, right? Which means that many people, when they start care, start with a group rather than individual therapy. So can you tell us a little bit about the benefits of that?
Yeah, well, whenever people ask me, there's 3 benefits that I like to highlight. One is that it's effective. So group therapy has been shown in studies to be as effective as individual therapy in addressing issues, and in some cases, it's even the gold standard for addressing mental health issues. The second is that it's efficient. And so people can get plugged into group therapy services right away. A quick story, I had a client that came in through our crisis center several weeks ago, and they came in on a Wednesday. I saw them for an assessment on Thursday, and they started group that day. So people can get plugged into therapeutic services right away with this group first model, and then also it's cost effective as well. And so some of our clients have had issues before where they've had to struggle between figuring out, do I pay for therapy or do I pay for my groceries? And with group therapy being significantly cheaper than individual therapy, it gives people the options to get something that is just as beneficial for a fraction of the cost.
Okay, so and how do you think the clients are responding to it?
Well, there's such a variety of groups that are available, so there's really kind of something for everybody. Oaklawn, in our outpatient services, we have over 30 different group options across our various campuses. And whenever I ask my group what they appreciate about being a part of our group, one of the things that I always hear from them is, when I'm in this group, I don't feel so alone. And that's something that we don't really get in individual therapy. It's something that we do get in groups, is we get to be around other people that say, I see you, I understand what you're going through, and you're not alone.
Yeah, that peer support. Okay,
Yeah,
all right, thank you. So we appreciate all you do for Oaklawn. Tell us, what sustains you?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna sound a little redundant here, but honestly, it's community. It's the community of my peers that I get to work with and get to work alongside, and how they kind of build me up and we build each other up. It's my spouse, my church community, the people who are around me. They bring me life, and I can't do this alone, and none of us can really do this alone. And so that's what sustains me.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your leadership and all you're doing for clients at Oaklawn.
Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome. Thank you. So, and now we are going to see Olivia again. She's back for a second dance. So, Olivia Cryer.
I'm trying to hold my breath, let it stay this way, can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now, can you hear it echoing? Take my hand, will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me, for me. Never enough, never, never, never enough, never, never, never enough for me, for me, for me. For me.
Okay, so again, just a reminder, Olivia is in 6th grade. Isn't she amazing? So very, very talented. So, and now I have another talented person with me, Heather Thompson, who is a leader at Oaklawn, who has been with Oaklawn for 10 years. And most of that time, Heather, you've been with child and adolescent substance use programs, right? So Heather was part of and really led a program that was thriving in Elkhart County, and then actually came to St. Joe County to do a similar program in January? Yes. In January. So tell us, what is that new program going to be like?
So yeah, for the 10 years that I have been at Elkhart Oaklawn, the Elkhart campus, the program already existed, so I definitely can't take credit for all of it by any means. There's been a lot of therapists kind of who have come and invested a lot of time and energy into these programs. I just got to kind of carry the torch for a while.
So
sorry, it makes me emotional because, yeah, it's taken a lot of work to get to where we are. But so we have multiple levels of treatment for substance use for adolescents. It kind of crosses a wide variety and a wide scope of services within our programs. So we have programs for mild, moderate, and severe substance use disorders. We have everything from group therapy once a week, family groups once a week, individual therapy, family therapy, groups 3 times a week. It kind of depends on what level of care somebody needs. And so what we realized is that Elkhart had a thriving, variety of programs, but not everybody in our service area lives in Elkhart. And so for years, honestly, for the whole 10 years that I've been at Oaklawn, we've talked about expanding services to St. Joseph County, knowing that a lot of the families we serve, getting to Elkhart 3 times a week is not an option, even if that's kind of the indicated level of treatment. And so it was time to expand services. So yeah, in January, I went over to St. Joseph County, and so far we have the Recovery Connections program, which is for mild use disorders. It's a family group. We had 9 families to start with, which it happened way faster than I expected, but within a matter of, I think, 6 weeks, we had that program up and running. And our next phase of rolling out programs, once I have the staff trained to do so, is to roll out our New Hope program, which is for moderate to severe substance use disorders. And I'm hoping, maybe, for August for that in St. Joseph County.
Okay, so yeah, so it's taken off quickly, and obviously you're responding to a need. So what would you like people who care about young people and their well-being, what would you like them to know about youth substance use?
It's not going away. We've seen a huge increase in schools reaching out for help, saying, we have these adolescents who are bringing marijuana to school. It's a lot easier to hide it now. It doesn't necessarily smell like it did. And so it's just easier to conceal. And schools are finding that they don't really know what to do to address the problem. A lot of kids end up on probation, and so probation is then getting inundated with kids who have possession charges, and a lot of the kids need treatment. And so thankfully we've grown our relationship with Elkhart County Juvenile Probation, a really, really strong partnership with them. And they truly want the kids to receive treatment. It's not about punishment, it's about treatment, which is amazing. All that to say, we can't minimize substance use in our teens. I think it's easy to say, it's just a phase, everyone does it, but not everyone does it and can stop doing it. And so we need to have treatment options. We need people to be aware that, if a teen is using, it could become a problem, and it could become a problem pretty quickly. And so we want to intervene early if we can, which we have the ability to do, if that's what it's recognized as a potential problem.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for sharing that. And I just want you to know we really appreciate all you're doing for our community, for Elkhart and now St. Joe. So, yep. So you probably know what question's coming next. I'd love to know what sustains you and helps you do this work.
The work we do is really hard sometimes, but it's also really rewarding. We have no control over what's happened to somebody before they walk through those doors, but we are able to join with families, join with individuals, and help them figure out where do you want to go from here, and just helping them figure out what resources and what things they already possess that can help them get to where they want to go, and just seeing hope kind of get sparked in individuals and families who really felt pretty hopeless. It's really it's really rewarding. And I think too, knowing that we're just a very small piece in a huge puzzle, and we do what we can, and what we do is good. And I don't know, I find peace in that.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Heather. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we get to meet our final contestant of the night, Mariana Fleming.
Hi, my name is Mariani, and I'm a singer-songwriter. So I started singing and writing music when I could talk, and when I could write is kind of when I started. I jumped on a piano at 2 and kind of just fell in love from there. Music has always been something that anchored me, especially being able to communicate my emotions through words and melodies. Growing up, I kind of struggled with anxiety and depression pretty heavily. And so a big way that I coped with that was through music, and was through writing and singing and bawling my eyes out in the car and screaming at the top of my lungs to like my favorite songs. What inspires me in music today is just personal experience. I kind of want to be real and vulnerable with myself, but also with the people who hear my music. Connection is super important to me. I'm a big people person, and I care very deeply about everybody and their unique experiences. When I perform, I try to give that back in a way that people can really feel and connect with. A lot of music nowadays isn't super real, and they aren't really talking about anything. So with my music, that's something that I try to do, is write lyrics that really say something. As far as like genre of music, I don't really like to put myself in a category, but if I had to pick, I would say alternative, just because it's a combination of everything. I was on American Idol season 21 in 2023 is when it aired. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and it's cool to just meet all the people and the celebrity judges and just the contestants and everything. It was really cool. I would love music to take me as far as it will. I want to make music. I want people to hear it. I want the world to hear it.
So Mariani Fleming has been singing for as long as she could talk. Now at 23, she's a powerful singer-songwriter with enough originals to fill 2 albums. She's all featuring a raw honesty that connects with audiences. She's aiming to make her music her full-time career and hopes one day it will take her all over the world. It already took her to Hollywood when she competed on season 21 of American Idol, and now it's brought her here on stage at the Lerner to perform for us. Please join me in welcoming our last finalist this evening, Mariani Fleming, and her band members, Philip on keys, Eric on drums, Janessa guitar, and Kaylin on bass.
Good evening. How's everybody doing? Well, you heard my name is Mariani, and we're going to be hanging out with you for the next couple minutes. This is a song I wrote. It's called Sunbeams, so I hope you like it.
Early in the morning are shining on my face tonight. The window's down, I'm cruising. The wind is slowly bringing me to life. It's a reminder that I'm all I need. Nobody completes me, I'm alright. I am growing, I'm the apple of my eye. I am who I've always been. I don't need no man. I am growing, I'm the apple of my eye. I am who I've always been. No, I don't need no man. 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 And when I lay my head down and put myself to sleep at night, I'm just fine. I'm at peace with who I am, and nobody can tell me that I can't. I don't need no man. 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 Thank you. So, this next song, it's a little sad, so just bear with me. It's a song that I wrote. I was going through a pretty tough breakup a couple years ago, and my whole life kind of flipped upside down in a bunch of ways, and I just wanted to get my feelings out on paper, through music, through song, and so this was a moment where I was just really real and vulnerable with myself, and so I hope you guys can feel that through this song. It's pathetic, honestly, the kind of girl I used to be would never sit here crying at the piano when you walked away from me. My heart was scattered in pieces. I've never known a pain like losing you. And am I
it's not as easy as that. 'Cause I'm not as over you as I thought myself to be. When you truly love someone, it's not so easy to leave. Now the pill I have to swallow, you'll still be gone tomorrow, and my soul is attached to you. The bullet I have to bite is you just didn't quite let me. The way I loved you, is it haunting? Do I echo in your mind, or is she drowning every thought of me? Do you remember? Does she love you better than I did? Is it really over? Is it really over? 'Cause the pill I'd have to swallow, you'll still be gone tomorrow, and my soul is attached to you. The bullet I'd have to bite is you just didn't quite let me. The way I loved you, is it haunting? Do I echo in your mind, or is she drowning every thought of me? Do you remember? Does she love you better than I did? Is it really over? Is it really over?
So awesome, so great. Let's give it a round of applause for all of our contestants tonight. Had a great show. It's been so much fun. So we've seen tonight's performances, and now it's almost time to cast your vote. We're about to break for a 20-minute intermission, during which time you can cast your vote. You're also invited to pick up one of these cards that I'm holding in my hand for Mental Health Awareness Month. And you may have noticed that Becky ended each of our mission moments with asking the question, what sustains you? So on this card is a paper seed heart. You can actually plant this card and grow wildflowers. So take one of these, write down what it is that sustains you, and then plant it and let it grow. And now to vote. The website and the QR code are on the screen, and they're in your program as well, which I have one of these here. So it's very important that you have your program because there's a personal ID in each of those programs. You'll need to enter that code to cast your vote. And if you're casting multiple votes from the same device, don't miss this part, because if you're casting multiple votes from the same device, after you cast your vote, there's a button that says next, or maybe if you're on a mobile device, there's a little arrow. Click next, and then click where it says to reset for next voter, and that will allow you to enter your next code. Again, you will rank the contestants 1 to 4 on your ballot, and you can drag and drop the contestants' names, or there's a little up and down arrow on the right side of your screen where you can move the names up and down in the order of how you think they did. Now, based on your ranking, each contestant receives points, and total points determine final place. And when you've got the order set, click Submit. Now, if you're having trouble casting your vote, or if you don't have a device with you, we do have volunteers in the auditorium, and they're along the aisles, so they'll help you cast your vote. So volunteers, give us a wave. Got some volunteers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost to the moment of truth, and we'll come back with a 2-minute warning before the voting ends. I don't know about you, but I cannot wait to find out who the winner is of this year's Oaklawn's Got Talent. Enjoy your intermission, and voting is now open.
You can try to stop the hands of time, but you know it just can't be.
And if they try to stop us, seaweed, I'll call the NAACP. 'Cause the world keeps spinning round and round, and my heart keeping time to the speed of sound. I heard there's wrongs and I found my way. 'Cause you can't stop the beat. Ever since we first saw the light, a man and woman like to shake it on a Saturday night. So I'm gonna shake and shimmy it with all of my might today. 'Cause you can't stop the motion of the ocean or the rain from above. You can try to stop the paradise we're dreaming of, but you can't stop the rhythm of two hearts in love to stay. 'Cause you can't stop the beat.
You can't stop my happiness, 'cause I like the way I am. And you just can't stop my knife and fork when I see a Christmas ham. So if you don't like the way I look, well, I just don't give a damn. 'Cause the world keeps spinning round and round, and my heart's keeping time to the speed of sound. I was lost till I heard the drums and I found my way. 'Cause you can't stop the beat. Ever since this whole world began, a woman found out if she shook, she could shake up a man. And so I'm gonna shake and shimmy
we all back from intermission? Okay. So, all right, if everybody's back in your seats, we're about ready to announce the winner. But before we do that, there's one more thing we want to do tonight. It's probably become clear throughout the evening how important that having great staff at Oaklawn is, right? And having great support. So, I'd like to take a minute. Thank you. Yes. Take a minute, and it's not just our staff. We also have volunteer members that serve on 2 different boards of directors. And so we have a foundation board, and we have what we call the corporate board of directors as well. So right now, if you are an employee or a board member of either of our boards, or a volunteer with Oaklawn, or even a former employee of Oaklawn, could you please stand and be recognized? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yep, thank you very much for recognizing them. And so there's another thing we want to do as a staff tribute tonight before we announce our winners. And in order to do that, or to help us do that, we have our year 1 winners, Marcus and Marquito, here to help us recognize our staff. Thank you.
It was only yesterday when everything was simple. These days we just worry while we stare out of windows. I don't have the answers or the reasons, but we all need something to believe in. Hold on just a little bit longer. Hold on, you gotta be stronger. Hold on, you're not alone. Hold on, it's gonna get better. Hold on, won't last forever. Hold on when you wanna let go. Hold on.
I know where you are, you know the part where things are hopeless. Searching through the dark, don't find your heart in all the broken. I don't have the answers or the reasons, but we all need something to believe in.
Hold on just a little bit longer. Hold on, you gotta be stronger. Hold on, you're not alone. Hold on, it's gonna get better. Hold on, won't last forever. Hold on when you wanna let go. Hold on. There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
You find a way out of the struggle.
Hold on just a little bit longer.
Hold on, gotta be stronger.
Hold on, you're not alone. Hold on, it's gonna get better.
Good evening. My name is Lucas Landis, and I have the honor of serving as president of the Oaklawn Foundation Board of Directors. Thank you. As we've seen tonight, people are at the heart of everything we do, from the compassionate, caring, empathetic staff, some of whom you've met tonight, to the clients and families we have the privilege to serve. Oaklawn is truly a unique organization centered on the mission of health and wholeness for all. So, if you're able tonight, please consider making a donation now to the Oaklawn Foundation. Up on the screen, and also located toward the back of your program, are some of the ways you can give. Or if you'd like to donate by cash or check, you can give that gift to one of our volunteers on the sides of the auditorium, and I'll ask them to raise their hands, although I'm not sure if you'll be able to see them. Oaklawn has taken bold steps to meet people when and where they need it. You've heard that many times tonight. And it's changing lives. For the mom with postpartum depression who can walk in and talk to a therapist the day she needs it. For the parent who can call the mobile team when their kid experiences that first crisis episode and they don't know where to turn for help. For the clients who find community and understanding that they're not alone. All these things we've shared tonight, and the many we didn't have time to highlight, make an indelible impact on our community. And if it hasn't already, it may one day make a difference for you or someone you love. So, please consider making your gift now. Thank you for your time this evening, and we'll be back very shortly to announce the winners. Thank you.
All right, friends. We're going to welcome our contestants back to the stage. And before we announce our winner, we just want to say that you have all done an awesome job. So we're going to welcome the contestants back. Heart Health, Mariani Fleming and crew. Quite frankly, and Olivia Cryer. All right. You're all winners, and we want to thank you for doing such a great job providing the great entertainment for us this evening, and also for your support with Oaklawn's mission. And we have an Oaklawn's Got Talent tradition here. After we announce our winners, if you'd like to come on stage and get a picture with our contestants, you can do so, but just watch your step as you're coming on the stage. All right. Now for our moment of truth. Becky, are you ready?
I am so ready, Zach. Yes.
All right. I'm going to open this envelope. We're going to pull out our winners. In fourth place, Heart Health.
In third place, with a prize of $2,000, Mariani Fleming.
And with a first place win and the grand prize, thanks to Goshen Health, of $5,000, Olivia Cryer.
So we'd like to say congratulations to all of our contestants. Thank you so much for this, and thanks to all of you for coming. And we hope to see you next year for Oaklawn's Got Talent. Thank you.